Malik, I'm so sorry. It's all my fault.
Stop blaming yourself, Christine. This was entirely my own choice.
But you lost your chance of freedom because of me. And now we're trapped here again. Mother, Rel.
Christine, look at me. Calm yourself, Christine. This is not your fault.
Malik, my mind is totally blank now. This must be the aftermath of all the tension. Was I too rash? I'm sorry I keep disappointing you. I haven't the slightest clue what to do anymore.
Christine, yes, I made such a decision to save your life. But it was my own choice, so as not to succumb to that monster.
What do you mean?
The vengeance, the freedom, they were all at his mercy. What kind of vengeance would that be? And I don't want to sacrifice yourself.
Malik, thank you, I truly do.
As it has come to this, let's focus on what we can do.
Do you think we could have escaped if we had chosen a different opportunity?
Christine, let go of what's already come to pass. We are still alive, so another chance may yet present itself.
I know, but I don't know what to do anymore.
There is one thing we must do. I won't ask you to muster your courage again right away, but please do stay alive. We must escape from his clutches. In order to do so, I need your help.
Everything that has happened ever since started when I told Eric that he was human. It all started from then. But I will no longer wallow in regret. We can fight back because he is also only human. I can't imagine what more will befall me, but this I promise. I will stay alive. Only then I can fight back.
It's typical of you, after everything, to still consider him human. The conclusion you made too. But you and I share a common goal.
I am so grateful. I am truly sorry and ever so thankful to you.
Sounds like you've been conspiring to escape again. Now, whereas as good as dead Malik, Christine, I have something to tell you. Look here, I have no intention of killing you. Come closer to me. No, it's clearly a trap.
There's something I want to ask you first, Eric. If you thought I was to flee from marrying you, you could have killed me back then instead of kidnapping me. So why did you drag me down here again?
Until I heard something very interesting on the rooftop of this opera house, I was sure you loved me.
You followed me up there? How treacherous of you!
It turns out that I was wrong. You were lying about loving me all along. And why did you remove my poor mother's ring? And now you'll have the opportunity to taste my greatest revenge thanks to that blunder. Oh, don't worry, I haven't even begun to implement that revenge.
What do you mean you haven't even started? What do you plan to do? That ring. No wonder I couldn't find it anywhere.
Now, Christine, to celebrate the return of this ring, I'd like to share a short story about my mother with you. See this portrait here? What ring? What is he talking about?
He forced me to wear a ring and he said he'd get revenge on me if I ever took it off. I gave the ring to Raoul because I confided in him, but Raoul threw it off the roof. Heavens, do you have any man you can clearly rely on, Christine? Christine, take a good look at this portrait. That portrait, the ring on the finger bothered me every time I saw it. Can you guess whose portrait this is, Christine? No, not with the entire face ripped out like that. My poor mother, who didn't even care to give me a name. She must have lived happily ever after with the money she made by selling me off to the circus. Oh, could we please stop talking about this? It's such an unbearably painful story for you. But is it as painful as being betrayed by someone I love? I never forgot about my beloved parents, even as I toured through Europe and West Asia. I never forgot their faces, even when I lived here. Just as you will remember the hideous visage of Don Juan Triumph for the rest of your life. Eric, please. I try to revisit my old home when I return to France, but it has long been absorbed into Persian territory. I see you come from the East. The place I was never born, never raised, never named. Don't you delude Christine with your lies. Must I be honest with the person who betrayed my trust? However, Christine, I still love you with all my heart. So why won't you let me tell you a short story? Made-up, fictional stories have no value. However, I promise you that my tale will be most fascinating. The nameless child had returned home after all the hardships, but there was not a single person to welcome him home. Had they all left the town? Wrong. They were buried in their graves a long time ago. Ah, my poor family. And then slowly strolled around the dusty house. I saw all the furniture, wallpaper, and ornaments that I never got to touch or use. And do you know what else I saw? Did you see a torn portrait? No, it was my mother's smile. I saw my poor mother smiling so brightly at me. My precious dear mother, the one I love oh so much. Eric, please stop. I understand that your parents were terrible people, but why do you keep bringing up death now? You're suffering from it too. My mother had the exact same eyes as the one in the better half of my face. Although her face, in my memory, is always so blurry, as she never let me look straight at her. Unlike her poor child, my mother probably lived a full life, with her beautiful face out there in sunlight. I bet she never felt a flicker of guilt, even after committing such unforgivable sins upon her own child. I couldn't bear to see my mother smile, but I couldn't just discard this portrait either. So before I took the furniture and the ring and burnt down the house, I used these cursed hands of mine to tear her smile up into pieces. Christine, oh, I despise you as much as I love you. My poor mother, who had passed away before I returned home, was probably grateful that she never got to see me again. That woman would have never been able to bear my love. My love would have wrapped around her neck ever so tightly. Even if you ended up looking like that, I nevertheless would have still loved you. All I want was to love, and people just won't let me. Christine, are you alright? Eric would have done what he did to that portrait to his living mother if he had the chance?
I'm sure he could, concerning how he committed far worse atrocities.
If we can neither die nor escape, what's going to happen to us now?
Christine, don't give up so easily.
I know, I must keep myself together, but I'm not sure if I can anymore. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Eric, is there a room beyond this wall as well?
Yes, Christine, there is. Beyond this wall exists a place without darkness.
But no, I must at least try something because of what you told me. I'll try to pick myself up again in any way I can. Please help me.
How can I help?
He mentioned before that there exists a place without darkness beyond that wall. As he said it, he gave me the chills. But surely there must be something behind it.